Day 58, Treasure Island. Treasure Island is a man-made island between East Bay and San Francisco, so along the path of the Bay Bridge. And contrary to what it sounds like, ain't no treasure to be found on Treasure Island. Treasure Island is kind of rough. There's a few housing projects on Treasure Island. Growing up, me and my brothers, we actually took sailing lessons on Treasure Island. So I pardon me, I hope I'm not offending anybody, but I don't have the best taste in my mouth. If that's the saying. I just don't have the best taste, best experience and regarding Treasure Island. So Treasure Island was built, if I'm not mistaken, between 1936 and 1937 for the Golden Gate International Exposition, which was, I think, 2 years later, 1939, which, if I'm not mistaken, was further intended to coincide with the opening of the Golden Gate Bridge. I know I might have the years slightly off, but I know for a fact that those all took place before 1940, between 1933 and 1940. So there's an island right next to Treasure Island, Yerba Buena Island. I'm pretty sure that's a natural island, but Treasure Island. I have my little friend here, sorry. Treasure Island was man-made. Like, that was created for the Golden Gate International Exposition, which I will cover in a separate video. Is totally worth looking into. Anyway, interestingly enough, after the fair was over, they were going to use Treasure Island for San Francisco to have like a second airport. It's pretty cool. Most people have no idea about that. Probably something else I will cover in a different video. SFO, San Francisco International Airport. If you've been to the city by the water, you are well aware that the airport is not in San Francisco. Anyway, back to Treasure Island. After the fair was over, that island was supposed to be used as a secondary airport to San Francisco, but because of World War II, the Navy actually took over that Treasure Island as a military base. If I'm not mistaken, that was when we were given more land closer to where San Francisco Airport is currently. So that's always been an operational airport, if I'm not mistaken, going back to 1927. So most people think, after Treasure Island was open, or the people that know about it anyway, because it's not very well known that Treasure Island was supposed to be an airport. But it's like, oh, that was supposed to be our airport. No, SFO and where it is in San Bruno was like already operational. That was already the San Francisco airport. But Treasure Island was supposed to be the second airport. Anyway, that's a little bit about Treasure Island. There's all of like one bus that, if I'm not mistaken, runs once an hour that goes out to Treasure Island. Interesting part of San Francisco. That's all I can say. And I guess I think it might technically actually be Yerba Buena Island, but one of those two is technically the easternmost part of San Francisco, because it is still under the city and county of San Francisco. But anyway, it's a little bit about Treasure Island.